Morning everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're on the banks of the Hampshire Avon again. I'm just a few swims down from where I'd done my last video. As you can see, we've got a lot of pace on the river again. We haven't had any rain recently, it's just winter levels now and it's, yeah, fast. So right over there you've got a nice little bay. It starts sort of back there and it comes all the way along. So I'm going to be putting my float just over to the left there and then just coming down really slowly just on the edge of the crease where the fast water is, past the bush down there. I'm using 8 g float today on the bread again. Don't like using maggots here because you get infested with minnows, so they tend to go for the maggots more than the bread, so I use the bread. That's why I do it here. But yeah, I haven't put the float through yet, so should we give it a go? Well, hopefully you can see all right here. I'm not too far away. I've had to set the camera right back because obviously I can't. It's too deep here to put a tripod down, so this is literally my first cast over. I haven't put any balls of bread out yet. What I like to do when I kick off a swim is just put the float out first, just with a bit of bread on, and see if there's anything around. It's just dragging bottom there. I know this swim quite well, so I know what sort of depths to use here. It's going through nice. It'll just start to speed up as it gets past that bush now. Let it go down a fair way and then I'll just retrieve. Well, nothing on the first trot. I'll just give it another one with some bread on. Maybe just try a little bit deeper. Just a few inches. So that was a bit of 10mm punch I put on there. Now I'm going to try a bit of flake. Just a tiny bit. Nothing too extravagant. Sometimes I prefer the flake to the punch. It's just worth alternating. See what they take. If there's any down there. If there's not, I'll move on. And I'll usually do this a few times before I put any feed out there. So it's worth just giving it a go with a bit of bread on the hook with no feed. Keeping tight to that bush, tight as I can. It's just trundling along the bottom there. 8 grams of weight on that float. Well, it can't go through any better than that, really. I'll just give it one more trot and then I'll put some feed out there. It's very early in the morning. I don't think there's going to be any sun coming up today. I mean, if there's any roach around, this is where they're going to sit for definite. Out of the main flow. You see that lead just bouncing on the riverbed there. Just got to keep your rod up very high so as it doesn't touch the fast water. Otherwise it's going to be dragging your line down before you float. Just holding it back there. Well, nothing there. So I'm going to put a ball of bread out there and see if that makes a difference. There's a fish. Feels like a dace, though. Oh no, we've got our first tiny little roach of the day. They don't come much smaller than that. Well, it might not be the biggest roach in the world, but it's a start. Very cold day today. There we go, there's another fish. A little bit bigger than the last one. Another roach. Away you go. Well, they're all small roach at the moment, but they're still roach. See you, mate. We've got dice this time. Well, at least we know there's fish over there. I just need to grow a bit. Well, there's plenty of small fish coming out today. Another small roach. God, that's a freezing cold wind today, guys. That's like an easterly by the feel of it. Really cold. Really cold. Let's get some more liquidized over there. Well, it's literally one a chuck here, but they're all small roach. I'll give it another half an hour here, but I may just drop down to the next swim, just downstream from me. There's a nice little bay on the far bank there. If there's no big uns here, then there's no big uns here. Well, they're not having it anyway. So I'll probably just give it another half an hour here. Well, they're getting a little bigger. See you, mate. Well, it's a good sign that there are some bigger ones down there, isn't it? Well, they go in this flow. Well, they started off small, now I'm having to net them, so things are looking up. They ain't no 2-pounders, but still nice roach to catch. Swallowed the hook on that one. There we go, 2 fish slightly bigger. That's a decent sized dace. The fish are chuck at the moment. The majority of them are roach. It's got a little mark on it, that one. It's been hit by something. But he's alive. God, I hit that right the way down the swim. Hell of a long way down there. It's only a small dace, so I was just about to retrieve that. It's so far down. Just goes to show you. Oh, that's a decent chub, that. That's a hell of a lump. Might have to weigh that one. Let's get the hook out first. Big chub. 512. That wasn't a bad one, guys. 512. I'd zeroed the net, by the way. Well, guys, I couldn't talk you through that fish too much because I had a guy just down there kept chatting to me as I was trying to land it, and yeah, he didn't realise I was filming, bless him. Anyway, That weighed in at 512 with a net zeroed. Put a bend in the rod anyway. So guys, I've moved down to the next swim from where I was fishing. I'm just downstream from it. That's the bush I was trotting alongside before, but I was just getting too many dace out there in the end. I had a few nice roach out there and the chub, but no big specimen roach. I'm hoping they might be sitting maybe down here. But that's the joys of fishing, isn't it? You know, you just don't know where they are. So what I'm going to be doing here, we've got the slack over on the far bank there, so I'm going to be plonking the float in there and just letting it go down alongside them trees where the flow just speeds up and it'll just start to take the float down. So I've just got to hold it back as much as I can there and see if we can get a fish out of there. Here goes first trot on the bread again. Pretty pacey along there, but I've had them out of that fast water before. Looked like it could have been a small bite there. It's not a breath of wind today, it's absolutely glorious. Proper fishing weather this. Quite a long way over there, but it's a nice trot. I'm fishing at about 6 feet in depth. Got to be a bit careful there, casting with them branches, but make sure it doesn't catch on them. I've put a couple of balls of bread out there. I mean, it's been getting all the feed that's been coming down from when I was in the last swim, to be fair, so hopefully there should be some fish come onto it. I'm sure as the light starts to go, they might start to come on. And there's the first fish. It's a roach. Thought that was a dace at first. Definitely feels roachy. I'll have to net it. Yeah, oh do. That is a nice roach actually. Didn't feel big at first, but that's a decent one, that. I'll have to weigh that one. Got a bit of a mark on the side of it, but let's get the hook out and we'll have a look. Might weigh it. It's a nice fish, that. Should we stick him on the scales, have a look? I think so. Well, I've zeroed the scales and that's coming up at about just over 1.8. Not a 2, but nice fish anyway. Let's get him back. Off you go, mate. Fight another day. just to round the day off. I'll probably make that the last fish, to be fair. The light is starting to go. See you later, mate. Well, there you go, guys. If you like the video, give it a massive thumbs up and maybe think about subscribing. The more followers I can get, more videos I'll do. So I'll just give it a couple more trots and I'll see you on the next one. See you later, guys.